guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be building a simple and dynamic web portfolio using Django. So this is a demo, so you can see that's my picture. This is the about section. You can see my birthday, my website, the phone, my city, freelancing, email, and all the others. So you can see the happy clients, they are supported, hard-working workers, and the number of projects I've been working on, my skills. So this is it. This is a resume of me, and then this is my portfolio and all the others. So this is just a template that I downloaded on Google in order for me to realize this video. So just to come back on this section up here, this is dynamic. When I say dynamic, it means I can come to my database and decide to change, and then I'll call this golden green tech like this, so and save it. So I'll come back to my website and then I refresh it, and then I can see golden green tech. Okay, that's it. So even my role, I'm a backend developer. I would like to change it. Okay, so I would like to change it, and I'm not more a backend developer. I'm a software engineer. Like this. So I'll save it, then I'll refresh it. You can see here it has changed to software engineer. I can do same with my birthday, my phone, my city, and more. So you guys can always go ahead and improve on this project. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Ndogmo Christian, a young computer engineer from Polytechnic Bamenda, Cameroon. I invite you to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell in order to be receiving notifications each time I publish a new video. Let's get started. So we will start by let me increase the size so that you guys can see better. Yeah, so let's start by creating a new Django project. So let's first make a directory. Let's call it portfolio. So CG portfolio. Sorry. Okay, so let's open it into VS Code. Yes, I trust the authors. Increase the size. So here it has opened, so we can go ahead and open the terminal. Oh, it's up here. So let's open the terminal, new terminal. So we are going to start by creating a virtual environment. To do that, you go with Python -m, venv, I'll call it env. So this is the command that we always use when you want to create a virtual environment. So the virtual environment is being created. You can see includes the libraries, the scripts, and all the others. So it is done. Let's activate this virtual environment. To do that, use env scripts activate. Yeah, so you can see that we have activated the virtual environment here. So now let's download Django into this virtual environment. To do that, you go with Python, pip install Django. Oh, it's like I have some network issues. Django. Okay, let me connect to the internet. Okay, my internet connection is working now, and Python is downloading, Django is downloading. so we are going to be waiting that it should finish downloading in some seconds. Okay, the download is done, so now we can go ahead and create a project. So let me just clear. So to create a project is Django admin start project portfolio. Okay, this is our project here, like this. I don't want it this way, so I will delete it. And create it back. So I'll say Django portfolio so that you should create the managed by should be in the same level as the project. So with this done, let's configure some settings here. Let's do some configurations. So I'll define a variable template t is equal to, okay, let me import os. I'll say os.join path.join base the templates. Yes, so that's it. I'll go down and I'll just use that variable here and say template. Okay, so now let's configure our static files. We are going to be using the SQLite 3 for the database, so I won't modify it. And for this, let's configure our static files. This is equal to os dot join dot pass dot join base the static static, like this. Okay, so this with this being done, it's like we have an error here. Okay, so static. Okay, now we are going to be running. Let's create an app. I'll create an app called core. That app is going to be the app managing everything here. So that's py manage.py start app core. So our app has been created at this level, and let's register our app into our installed apps. So come here and say core, just like this. Then let's also register our app into URL. So I'll just import include, and then we are going to be including it. So I'll say path include URLs, core.urls. So that's it. So you come to core and then you create a new folder called urls.py, and here you say from Django .urls import path. Okay, so now you create a variable URL patterns, and inside here you define your path. So I'm going to define a view here called home and then give it the name of home, just like this, right? And I'm also going to say from the views import home. Let me just say all, so that all the views that we are going to be developing, they are just going to be added to our project. So let's come to the views and then create a view home, and then we pass in the request, and from here we return an HTTP response, and then we are going to say hello world, this is my portfolio. So we are going to import HTTP, so it's from Django dot HTTP import HTTP response. So that's it. Now let's try to run our app to make sure everything is perfectly working normally. So the command to run the app is py manage.py run server. Okay, so we can visit this port. Let's run it on another port. So to run another port, because actually the previous app is running on port 8000, so I want to run on another port, so I'll run it on port 8080. So that's it. Okay, so we can go here and we type 1 like this, and then we change it to 80. So that's it. Okay, our app is successfully running. You can see it here, hello world, this is my portfolio. Now we need to integrate the static files and add the HTML to it, so that we are actually working, and then we'll be building the portfolio from there. So now here we need to create a new file called a new file called templates. So that's templates like this, and another one called static. Not to put our static files. Static, okay. So inside these templates, we are going to have a single HTML, that's index.html, and then in our static we are going to be having our assets, which are going to contain images, JavaScript, CSS, and others. So for this course, for this tutorial, I already prepared all of them. So I'll start by copying the HTML here. So the HTML is here. I already designed it, so I'll just copy it and then I'll paste it here. This is not an HTML course, so we are going to go straight to the point in this. We're going to be going straight to the point. Yeah, so we can try and run and refresh this. You see it's not appearing. Why? It's because we did not reference our index.html page to this view, so to this URL. So let's go back to our views here, and we are going to say render request index.html like this. Okay, so now let's try it again. Okay, this are HTML page like this. You can all see it from here. You can see, but there's no styling. Okay, let's try to add some styling to this web page. And as I said before, I already prepared the material for this course, so I'll just copy the static from here. That's copy, and then I'll paste it inside here. Or I need to copy the assets, so I'll copy the assets, copy, and here I'll paste it here. So I just pasted the assets. So these are the assets. Now let's try to refresh our app again and see if it's going to work. It's not still working. This is because we did not load static into our HTML page. So don't forget, always load static. Okay, it's already done. But at this level, we already called the static files here. Everything is supposed to work. Yeah, but it's not working. It means our static files have not been called properly. Okay, I just noticed that I wrongly spelled this, so it's static file deals with S. So let's try again, and it's working. Okay, so that's it. The template has been integrated. Everything is working perfectly fine. All the animations are pretty good, and we can go ahead. Okay, now we are going to be creating models. We are going to be creating models for this. For example, the name is not showing now. Let's see why. So we go to the index, and it should be here. Okay, so I'm going to remove all of this. This is the text that I added before, so I'm going to be removing this. Yes, like this. Okay, anyways, so let's go to our views now, and then we want to have a variable that's going to take care of this. Like, you want to be having a table that's going to keep track of what I'm going to store, like what I'm going to have here, like my name and my roles, right? Here we are going to have maybe the title for my about. There's a title up here, my birthday, my website, and all the others. And then I may also want to have a table to store my skills. Yeah, so let's do it together. So I have this name that I want to display at this level here. There is this name I want to show here, this name here. So to do that, you are going to be creating a model for that. So I'll call it class home and extend it from models.model. Yeah, and then we will have the name as a car field. Call it name. Okay, let's import from Django translation. Yeah, so that's it. I wanted to import get lazy. So you have the roles, so I'll say role 1 is equal to models dot car field, then I'll say max length to 50, and then I'll say role 2 car field role 2. So yeah, I think it's okay like this, right? So now let's just define a string function to help us store, like format our class name. So we have self the name is like this. So now we are going to be running our model, making our migrations. So that is py manage.py make migrations. No changes detected. Okay. Oh, I'm not in the right directory. So that's cd portfolio. Okay, now make migrations. Okay, do you mean get text lazy? Oh, it's like this package is having a problem, so I'm going to remove it like this. Okay, let's go again. Okay, the migrations have been done, so now we can migrate. So let's migrate this. So everything is done. Now what we can do is we can create an instance of this. To do that, you are going to use the Python Python shell. So that's, let me clear this, and then we go with py manage.py shell. Oh, sorry, I wanted to say shell like this. Okay, so let me import this. I'll import. I've updated all the environment. Let me just go with another one and then say py manage.py shell. So I'll say from core.models import home. Now I'm going to create an instance of home. Let me just say home1 is equal to, I'll say home. First I'll give it a primary key. So that's his primary key, that the primary key is 1, and then I'll go with the name. So the name is Golden Brain Tech, like this. My first role is backend engineer, and my second role is software developer. So that's it. Now I'm going to save this first home I just created. Okay, with this being done, we are going to be displaying this. Now to do that, we go back to our views, and then we call that model from .models import home, like that. So we go with by defining the context, and then we get the home we just created. So we go with home.objects.all, and then we take the first value from here, right? Yeah, and then we will just say home is equal to home dot name, right? Or we can just call this one name, that's better. And here we will have role 1 is equal to home dot role 1. Then same thing for role 2. So I'm just going to change this to 2. So now we can use these variables in our HTML. Then before doing that, we need to pass this as the context, like this. So we go to our HTML here, and at this level we are going to be passing the different roles, like this. There's role 1, and then role 2. then here we are going to be passing the name, right? I think it's here. Let's see. So the name is here. Here is the name. So here is the name. So I'm going to be saying name here. So let's run this and then see how it goes. Okay, it's working perfectly well. So this is the name we just entered through our database, and then this is software developer, and then it is kind of dynamic, as you can see. So that's how we do. We can do for another. Let me just do for this about section, but I'll not do it all. This is a very nice project, so you can always complete it at home. It's basically just adding things on the website, as you can see. So now I'm just creating another model called model, and I'll use it to store this birthday, only the birthday, right? So I'll call it birthday is equal to date time field, date field. So that's birthday, like this. Yeah, so this all I'll do here. Let me exit. You have to make my migrations for this about model. Okay, this, let me remove this. Okay, so I just make no migration. Now let me migrate for it to be integrated in my SQLite 3 database. Now we are going to be opening our shell. We open our shell, and from here we are going to be adding the about model to our shell. So we are going to be importing about from core.model, and then we are going to be creating an about using the about model that we just imported. So we first pass by giving the primary key, and then now we are going to give a date. So to do that, you go with 2024 or 05 or 03. I think that's good. Okay, now you go with about.save, invalid date, year, months. Okay, so I gave it 25 instead of. Okay, it has been saved successfully. Now we go again to our views.py, and then we call the about model here. Then we do the same thing. We say home is equal to about dot objects dot all dot first. Yeah, and then we come here and say birthday is equal to about, here is about, it's equal to about dot birthday, like this. Okay, it's already inside our context. So now we are going to take this and then look for birthday. Okay, this is it. So I did it already. So that's birthday, like this. So that's it. So if you refresh it, you'll be able to see the birthday here. Maybe the server is having a problem, so let's check. Okay, so let's restart our server. So it's okay, this is our birthday that's working. So you can go ahead and modify the website, the phone, the city, the age, the degree, the email, the freelance. In fact, you can try to make everything dynamic in such a way that you don't always need to enter your Python code or your HTML code in order to change things. You just directly go to your admin panel and change it. In order to do that, you can go to the admin panel directly. Let me show you how to do that. You go to admin like this. So there's an admin panel where you can manage all of that. So you are going to be creating a user to do this. So let me exit from here. So the command is py manage .py create super user. So my user, I'll call him Golden, and email address I'll password, yes. So it has been created. So the name is Golden and my password is that. So I'll log in. So you can see these are admin panel. So this is the new user created. Now let me register those two apps in order for us to see them here. So this is, I'm going to go to the admin, and then from here I'll say from .model import star. So they should add all our models here. So I'll say admin dot site dot register. I'll say about dot models, yes, and then admin dot site dot register home. Okay, now if you refresh this page, now you see that the abouts and the homes, they are here. So, and if you click it, you are going to see this about that we just created, or even these homes that we just created here. So you don't always need to go to the shell in order to make the modifications. You can directly come here on this admin panel. I want to change this name to Golden Brain YouTube, for example, and then I'll save it. So, and come here and refresh this page. When you refresh it, you will see that you have you have Golden Brain YouTube directly. So you can go ahead and modify this summary, this professional experience, this education, in fact make everything dynamic. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how to send emails on the website. Like, you can build your own website and then you want people to contact you through your emails, how you implement this email functionality. So thank you very guys for watching. This is the end of my video for today. So don't forget to hit the like button and always subscribe, share. Thank you very much.